Good evening, everyone. Welcome back, Arizona Unplugged channel. And yes, we have a fire going. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my day today, and then some sad news. And I hate being a downer. I really do. But we got to talk about this. That helps with the recovery process. So I woke up this morning. Typical morning here at the homestead. And if you're new here, by the way, welcome. My name is Vaughn. We live here on almost 50 acres, off-grid, homesteading here in northern Arizona. And today is the first day this season we had a fire. So I'll tell you the quick story, and I'll give you the sad news, and let's just all get over this and deal with it and be done with it. So like I said, I woke up normally today, and the wife had to go to town today to Flagstaff for a dentist appointment for our boy William. As you all know, my little boy William just turned 6 years old. He's lost 2 of his baby teeth as of today, and he went to the dentist today just to get a cleaning and a checkup and all that good stuff. So the day started off with, after they left this morning, after breakfast, I got a phone call. The wife called me. She got a flat tire while she's on the freeway. So immediately I packed up a jack and some cones and some blocks because she was right on an on-ramp. A really dangerous spot, by the way, to have a flat tire. And I just told her, sit in the truck, stay in your truck, don't do anything until I get there. So I blast out there. It takes about an hour and a half or so, hour and 45 minutes to get from our home to where she was at. And I went there, and if you've ever used that tire sealant, green slime, that can, the aerosol can you screw onto your tire air filler, what is it called? A valve stem. And you try to plug your tires, this stuff, it just doesn't work. At least in this case, it didn't work. I thought I would get off easy. Let me screw this on there and fill up her tire of this foam and at least get me off the freeway and into town where there's tire stores. That stuff didn't work at all. So I ended up having to put her spare on right there. So I gave her my truck. She took it to town to get William to his dentist appointment. I took her truck and right there, and the dude charged me $20. I got my tire fixed, got it back on, and I went back home. When I got here, back to the homestead, it was cold. It was raining. There was lightning all around me, and inside the house was cold. So today, and I want to introduce you guys to the first fire of this season. Right here in our wood stove, here in the cabin, off-grid, and it feels great on my back, guys. I can't tell you. It's cold. It's really, really cold. Now, everybody says, oh my God, you live in Arizona, you must be baking to death. No, this is not Phoenix, guys. We are at almost 6,500 feet in elevation. It's cold, it's windy, and we got monsoons still coming in. So we got thunder, lightning, storms, and rain, and all that stuff. And it was cold. So I decided to start our first fire. So that's where we're at with that. I just got off the phone with a buddy of mine. He's been a friend of mine for, God, at least 20 years. And we were chatting. It was good to talk to him. And if you're watching this, brother, it was good talking to you, man. Living off grid, I think it's very partial. And this is what I mean about this. Either you can do it or you just can't. There's no in-between ground, because either you make it work or you refuse to make it work and you go back to the city. Here, I can't ever see myself going back to the city, ever. Not even close to the city. Now, right now, as you know, if you've been following this channel, we are 20 miles of off-road paradise just to get to the nearest pavement. And then there's another 20 to 30 minutes just to get to anything you would call a town that has a gas station and a bar and a restaurant. So that's where we're at. We live very, very far out into the woods. And you know, you may say, "Oh, Vaughn, you live in Arizona, you must be in the desert." No, we have. I'm looking out at 30 to 40-foot pine trees right out my. Here, you don't believe me? There we go. Right there. We're in the forest, guys. We're in the forest, we're in the mountains, and we've already celebrated our 1-year full-time anniversary out here, and we love it. We love it. Now let's get to the sad part. Let's just get this over with. So as you guys know, if you were part of my last live stream, you know what's going on out here. Excuse me. Having a wee glass of wine because I haven't had drink wine in a long time. So our dog Max came up missing. It was a little bit difficult for me to talk about, guys. So Max came up missing. Max was at least 15 years old. It was hard for him just to stand up, to get up off the ground, to take care of his personal business, to eat, to drink, to do anything. And one day last week, he didn't show up. He wasn't here. And he's always here. He's so old, it's hard for him to get up and get out. But he managed. And one day, and I mentioned this in my live stream, that he didn't come back. So the wife and I, we spent the next few days searching the property, the perimeter. No signs, nothing. And we're like, what happened? You know, did he die here on the property and was carried off by a mountain lion or a pack of coyotes or whatever? We didn't know. There was no signs, guys. No signs. And I'm a pretty decent tracker. We had one hole right here, right to the east of us, that it looked like he may have dug in under a tree to rest. And that may have been his final resting place because, unfortunately, a few days ago, the rest of the dogs brought in a piece of Max. And when I say a piece, I mean the top part of his skull. So Max is definitely gone. He's no longer part of this world that we're living in. He's dead. Max is dead. I think from my personal opinion, seeing the signs here east of us, and that's where I thought he was in the beginning because that's where I heard coyotes the next day after we didn't find him. In my opinion, I believe he died under that tree in the hole that he dug, and coyotes came in, did their thing, and I'm not angry about coyotes or lions or anything like that. They're doing what they do. It's nature. I think he dug a hole there, he laid down, he passed on, and the coyotes found him the same day or the next day, did their thing, and I think a mountain lion came and took the rest of them because Max was about 150 pounds. There's no way a coyote can pull that kind of weight out of this area without me seeing drag marks or anything like that. I think he was picked up by a mountain lion and went to the cliffs just east of us. Now we're going to go hiking there here in the next week or two and see if we can find his collar or any more visible parts of our beloved animal. But that's what I think that happened. So Max is gone, guys. I know some of you guys have been thinking about this. Max is gone. He's been our dog. He's been Karen's dog for over 15 years before I even met her. That's her little boy, and he was a good dog. He was a Labrador, a white lab. He was a really good dog. He was very loving, very friendly. He was a doofus is what he was. He was a dorky doofus, big dog. And he's going to be missed, no doubt. But at least now, we know what happened, kind of. We have a part of him that's actually buried. Karen, my wife, buried the part of the skull that we have over in the stumps in his place that I dug specifically for him because I know he didn't have too much longer to live here. So he's properly buried, at least the parts that we have, guys. And I know this sounds gruesome and all weird, but we're trying to pay as much respect as we can for a good, loving animal that loved our family and loved being with us, and we loved being with him. And there's a lot of dogs, there's a lot of pets out there that don't have that kind of respect. And I feel we've accomplished that. Now I'm waiting to get, and I know this sounds weird, guys. I'm waiting to get more pieces if we can, at least his collar, because the wife said he's had his same collar for over 10 years. And we would like to find that to put it on his gravestone out there at the stumps. If you don't know what the stumps is, go back in my videos. The stumps is the area that we call, that's our pet cemetery. And he's our first tenant of the stumps, our pet cemetery. So the sad news is, we know for sure, it's been confirmed, Max is not coming back. And it sucks. He was a really good dog. He's a good boy. Big dog, 150 pounds at least. And on a bright side of this, guys, and there has to be a bright side, and there is. I know Max won't have to suffer through another winter, which you can see the fire behind me. We're coming into winter now. It's cold out here. And if you're older, you know cold really makes the bones ache. And it gives you pain. And I know Max is not going to have to deal with pain this year. So, silver linings, right? I try not to get emotional when it comes to pets. I hope I'm beyond that from my last pet. And I talked about this on the live stream. If you guys didn't make it, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to rehash that story. It's too painful. It really is. So that's about it. We're still working on the generator room. The wife's actually bringing some parts in now from town because she had to go to the dentist appointment for the boy. But the outside, other than paint, is done. The inside, I'm working on drywall, insulation, lighting, and the plumbing for the fire suppression system. And it's going very well. It looks awesome. I can't wait till it's done and be able to share that whole thing with you guys. So I'll cut the video here. If you're new here, guys, my name is Vaughn. I live here with my family in my cabin. 20 miles from the nearest pavement here in northern Arizona in the mountains with the beautiful trees. The trophy elk, I talked to some hunters today out when I was out rescuing the family from their flat tire. And we've been here just over a year full time, and we love it out here. You can see I'm watching some videos. I got the fire behind me. It's warm on my back. It's actually getting hot. I'm drinking a glass of wine. Everything is great. If this type of content interests you, please consider subscribing. This is all about our journey out here off grid on our homestead. And I know this is kind of a morbid ending to this video, seeing how Max passed and got pretty much eaten up by wild animals. But it is what it is, I can't sugarcoat it. That's exactly what happened. So if you guys are considering living a life like this, you have to understand that there's 3 phases to life. There's birth, there's life, and there's death. And that's it. There's no getting around it. That's just how it is. That's reality is what it is. And if you can't handle reality, stay in the cities. Go to your Starbucks in the morning, get your thing and your latte, whatever's. Go to a grocery store where they have all the food packaged ready for you. You don't have to kill it. You don't have to gut it or clean it or preserve it. It's just all ready for you. Stay there. If you can't handle reality, don't consider moving out here. Don't consider going off grid. Don't do it. It's not going to work for you. So, there you go. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, anything about what we're doing out here, please put it down in the comments box. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. We're trying to build this channel and give you a real time and real honest aspects of what it's like living off grid. Out here, we rely solely on solar power, almost solely on rainwater catchment for our water. As a matter of fact, The water I mix with my wine, and I know, oh my God, I can't believe you mix water with your wine. I can't handle super sweet, so I mix it. The half of this is rainwater, and it actually comes right here off of my roof. So if you're into that type of life, guys, where you don't have to go to the store to take care of yourself, you can actually take care of yourself and your family by yourself, you know, please consider subscribing. And at the end of the day, I hope you guys like this channel, and I will see you on the next one. Prep and thrive.